Welcome back to Let's Play Disco Elysium. Last episode, we explored the shoreline. We made our way westward, and we found Gary and the cryptozoologist. We also found 2 pieces of that armor T500.
They're in my sandcastle. Behind our house. Under sand. You can break the castle. It's not very good.
Oh, thank you so much, Lily.
Bye!
Okay, well, honestly, this fishing village has been a godsend. Oh, fearsome.
As you fold your fingers into a fist, you realize you could knock anyone out with one punch. The white ceramic gloves wrap around your digits comfortably. Your movements cause tiny little clicks, like dice rolling somewhere far away, as the plates reorient to your motions.
I will be responsible with this. This is just to protect me from harm, not to show off.
The hardened vitreous enamel, at once sleek and voluptuous, adds a glow to your cheeks and a spring to your step.
Give me that armor. Now.
He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully. A cuirass that matches the dead man's boots comes into view. Soon it is in your hands, smelling of his sweat, but so light to hold, like a bag of cotton.
Are we done here, Gary?
Yes, absolutely.
We found the cuirass being worn suspiciously by Gary, and we found the gloves hidden in a sandcastle made by Lillian's daughter, Lily. We did exhaust that location, so now it's time to go up this one. Let's check our journal real quick. Wednesday. Map. Fisherman's Shack. More beauty. Race enigma. Hangman's boots. This will be devilishly tricky, so don't beat yourself up if you manage to send the body to the processing without getting hold of the boots. Right. Wall. Run the number. Fawn pants from Kuno. Oh, many a mysteries. Don't worry, Mikhail.
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with.
A blond man stands next to his son. Pointing to the weather-worn ruins, he sees you approaching and smiles.
You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I'm Tran Hailostam. You must be Kim Kituragi, right? I was just telling my son about this building. Not a lot of people realize the historic significance here. Very rich in hypertext.
Interesting. This German man knows Kim.
Nice to meet you.
Hold on. Hypertext?
Yes, hypertext. Young Carp and the collection of cultural hyperlinks.
Wait, what was that about the windows before?
Oh yes, so Mikhail. They had to deal with monitor glare, especially in the summer. They still had vector monitors back then. That was 49 years ago. So they didn't have windows on the south wall.
Wow. What an accommodating feature of a building. Do you guys deal with monitor glare? I recently got a monitor with no glare. Feels nice. I don't see my reflection anymore. You and Kim know each other.
No, I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of Kim, of course. Mikhail, say hi to the officers.
He rests his hands on the boy's shoulders. The child stays hidden behind the hem of his father's coat, clutching to his worm-themed coloring book.
Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure program. We've been getting really into Worms lately.
The man speaks in the artificial cadence of a professor, or someone who's been on too many radio shows.
Well, it's nice that you're spending quality time with your son, playing games.
But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the Coalition landed in '08. We could be standing on what is the most interesting landmark in Revachol West.
Wow, get a load of this guy. He really enjoys his trivia. The Orbis programming language was named after its inventor, Victor Orbis, a cybernetician from Grad. They run Vox in the Occidental countries.
What the hell is Vox? What's so fascinating about an empty old building?
Aha! But it's not just any empty old building.
He raises his hands to his eyes, springtime sun warming his handsome face. All four of you turn to admire the mural before you.
What not a lot of people know is this used to be the R&D department of Felt Electrical. And Felt, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn-of-the-century cybernetics boom.
Look at the building looming over you.
It looks old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its stone and metal carcass. Bushy undergrowth has taken hold of the collapsed rooftop. Some kind of bird has set up a nest on a broken windowsill.
I don't think I've ever heard of this Feld Electrical.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remains.
Ferrotape.
They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary era.
Interesting.
Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve. Or should I say, they were developing an ace up their sleeve? I'm mixing my metaphors here.
I don't know if an ace would be a metaphor, but well, yes. Ace up the sleeve is a reference to when people used to play card games and they would use a mechanism to hide an ace card within their sleeve. And when the occasion arose, they would press the mechanism, activate it, launching the ace card into their hand discreetly. And what was that ace?
It was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer.
A tape computer.
An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution. Revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bring them to the average consumer. Which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Rehm, ICN and ZAM, haven't achieved yet.
He grins, admiring the sentence he just produced.
He assumes something like a combat stance, facing the wind.
And what happened?
Indeed. What?
The revolution!
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes. Possibly from this very building, or one of the adjacent ruins.
He pauses, pointing to the other building, then continues.
All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D.
You're saying that Feld Electrical built this boardwalk?
Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the war.
Oh, that's too bad. I was looking forward to seeing it.
A pleasure wheel?
The lieutenant looks wistfully at the horizon, as if picturing gondolas rising to the sky.
Yes, to lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before Feld arrived. They had to make the prospect of living here attractive. It was supposed to become a global center for innovation in cybernetics. But history had other plans.
God damn, this game's lore is so thick. What happened to the engineers? The company people?
Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here. Now, if you were to ask about tape computers...
Wait, is he saying that we should just bypass the excesses of the revolution?
Goodness. Tape computers. Right.
Tape computers.
What did the revolutionaries do with those advanced tape computers?
They used them for military communications, but also to write and send out press releases, the most notorious example being Le Décret de Mars.
What was that?
What's the Mars Decree? I mean the radio transmission sent out to news agencies and world governments by the newly created commune of Revachol on the 7th of March in the year 02.
A short-lived legislative foundation for a short-lived utopia.
It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette, called it a love poem to Revachol on her political concept album, Bon Baiser dans le Lind. You should read it. Every local library in Revachol stocks a copy of the decree.
Well, I do love me a good concept album.
I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it. Tried to. Someone was much too interested in worms to be paying any attention.
Well, I completely understand. Firms are all the rage.
The kid takes a peek at the green and silver worm on the cover of the book.
Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But word has it, they were very elegant, exquisite, alien-looking turn-of-the-century hardware.
Buckle up.
10 years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Wompty Dumpty Dum Center in Vredefort, Oranje. It raised the same questions, and we had lengthy discussions with Paul Ockerman, who was head curator at the time. This was before the twins Keith and Guy Juice joined the team, trying to...
Wait, did he just say Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center? What the hell is a Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center? And who the hell are Keith and Guy Yost?
Okay, the Wompty Dumpty Dum Center? Paul Ackerman? Keith and Guy Yost? What are you talking about?
The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Art. The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. That's why the head curator, Paul Ockerman, chose to...
You're making this up, Kim. Is he making this up?
In fact, I'm not. The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center is a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center.
Well, if only I had the money to rent out an exhibition space / venue.
But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. One could write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution. The machine would then analyze the handwriting, perform operations, and project output onto a white screen. It was a beautiful, delicate thing.
That sounds nuts.
Made of black film and folding tape structures.
The RCM should get some of those.
Even one would be very useful. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionaries setting fire to the precious device. But so they did. The Feld playback experiment vanished into the fires of 07.
Wait, the Feld playback experiment?
Yes, the official name of the prototype. Some sources report it as the Feld playback experience, but those are incorrect.
Why did the revolutionaries destroy it?
Who knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end up in the wrong hands. Either way, they're all gone now. All 3 versions of the prototype. Nothing but debris and ashes remain inside that building.
Oh, I am half expecting to find some kind of iPhone-ass looking device in there. Maybe later.
But of course, what else?
You look like someone who has money. do you have any money? Do I need to ask this? I mean, the pants I know are gonna be a lot. And the fawn shoes from the pawn guy, those are also 50. But I have no shame. I have nothing to lose besides losing rapport from this man I just met.
I do have some money, yes, but that's not what's really important here.
No, I mean, come on. You need the money. If it's not a thing, he can give you some.
Could I have some of that unimportant money then?
Oh no, I don't have it on me, officer. I was talking in more general terms. I'm just spending time with my kid here, showing him around the lesser-known parts of our hometown. It wouldn't be wise to carry huge amounts of cash on such expeditions.
Yes, certainly. Excuse me, I'm a disgrace.
Not that he would have to worry about being robbed. He looks surprisingly buff. Does he work out?
Oh god, we can mug him? Great, thank you for all the interesting info.
No, thanks to you for having me and little Mikael here to pick your brain. A very interesting conversation indeed.
Pick your brain. If anything, this was rather one-sided. He did the talking. Whatever.
Let us inspect the giant poster.
You see, a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D. A slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says, "Tomorrow is just a whisper away."
Tomorrow is just a whisper away.
Looks like tomorrow never came.
Oh, but it did, Kim. Money. Another power box. It charges nothing now. It's empty. The fence blocks the path. No way on from here. Shall we? Nazafed and more money. $5. Oh yes. I'll save here. Bars cover these long dusty windows. This place is huge. Oh my goodness. 30 cents. A makeshift roof. Vagrants have tried to make the boardwalk habitable. That tarp will keep out neither rain nor snow, no wind. A coin-operated weighing machine hasn't been used for a decade.
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad.
Take a closer look.
It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth. It seems likely that it was left in the surf until someone laid it out on this fence to dry out. Unfortunately, that just seems to have stiffened it into a shapeless mass.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you.
Why not?
It's a guano-encrusted jacket, and you're already carrying around enough as it is.
If we have the option, filthy jacket. Use interact button in inventory to inspect the item. Yes, we take everything. We leave nothing behind. What's this? Megabinos. Prescription lenses. +2 encyclopedia. -1 perception. Vagrants have recently painted the tarp red. Water drips from it. Shall we? Postcard. Quran 33. Can we interact with this jacket? Nope. This one has hell written on its back. It could not be further from the truth. Staboomiers in Quran, the nicest district in Revachol West, is enjoying a sun-drenched day. Tall and handsome buildings rise from the riverside, steel, iron, and limestone, with cloud shadows sliding on the facades. This filthy rag has been at the mercy of the elements for quite some time. It's streaked with seagull shit and abnormally stiff from God knows what natural processes. You can't even tell what brand it is. Probably foul.
As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound.
Man, how did this jacket get so disgusting?
It's a sordid, filthy tale, not for the weak. Are you sure you can stomach it?
Oh, I have plenty of mag.
Some secrets are better left uncovered. Don't even try. Seriously.
I think about it.
It occurs to you that you're not even holding the jacket itself, but rather the thick crust of jetsam and seagull shit that ensconces it. It smells like a dead sea creature, tangled in grey strands of seaweed. It must have spent quite some time in the water before the tide deposited it ashore.
Okay, but what's the crust made of?
Somehow, it was carried or dragged to the boardwalk. If not by human hands, then perhaps the feral dogs that prowl the beaches at night. The faint impressions of many footprints are also present, though it's impossible to tell what kind or how many. Suffice to say, the jacket spent some time on the ground before someone draped it over the railing.
What happened once someone put it on the railing?
The crust is hard. This jacket spent at least a day baking in the sun. Who knows what happened to it then?
I'm just gonna pretend I didn't think about any of this.
It's too late. You've already thought about it, and now your hands are covered in muck.
Ew, ew, ew.
Now you're just flicking that shit everywhere. This is a disaster. You'll never get the smell out.
Terrible. I just had to ask. More money. A big wine canister. It's open and empty.
The smell. It's awful and familiar.
Hold on. That is awful.
It doesn't help. You can still smell it.
What is it?
Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency. That faintly cloying sweetness. Only death smells like that.
Death?
Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. Fear. The signs of decaying meat. It announces itself from 24 meters away. A warning. A memento mori.
Heads up, Lieutenant. Something's not right here.
The lieutenant has already brought a handkerchief to his nose.
Another murder, perhaps. Careful there, these floorboards look rotten and weak. Shall we save?
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin.
Examine the tear.
2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black potent porter is all you find. No, there's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor.
A tragedy.
Examine the cigarette package.
Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand name reads Red Astra. Red Astra is the black market version of Astra cigarettes, known for their high tar content.
Examine the kebab wrapper.
You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge. The wrapper reads Shish Kebab Revachol. It's no older than a day or two. No mold yet. It's hard to concentrate in the smell. The sea air brings some relief.
Interesting. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. let's open up our thought cabinet and check out what we have. Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center or Fairweather T500. Okay, I think I'll open one. Unlock. And we will internalize. Yes. 3 hours remaining. Next, we should punch up one of these. But I think I'll save it for when the occasion arises. This coin-operated viewer has been out of order for years.
A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper.
Oh my god. This portrait is absolutely terrifying. This is some Jupiter eats his son shit.
Half of his body slipped between the cracked boardwalk, starting with the left leg. The fall has left it broken, contorted like a sad puppet. The smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse, but it's definitely heading there.
Hold on.
The lieutenant squats next to the corpse and examines his face. 2 bulging eyes stare back at him, void of any life.
Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for 2 days. No longer. We need to investigate.
That's scary because we woke from our coma. Our drunken coma 2 days ago.
Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. Breathe.
I study the man's clothes.
He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest. The leather jacket suits him well. It must be custom made.
I search his pockets.
You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into 2. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand.
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
I study the man himself.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole. A bad fall. It might have been dark outside. This place is a minefield in the dark.
I examine his face.
His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his moustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze. Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair, stout build. Age, approximately 50 to 60 years.
He's older than I thought he would be. I study the surroundings.
There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist.
I examine the man's head.
A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound. It's sticky and cold to your touch. This is what killed him.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you?
No, just this one at the back of his head.
Seems like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bench.
I step on the floorboards.
They screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to say whether the dead man's weight was the cause of the boardwalk to break. It definitely looks fragile. You see waves churning below. Something cracks beneath your feet. He could have easily disappeared into the sea through that hole, and you would have never found him.
Examine the bottle.
A .75 liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything left inside.
Tear all around us.
Examine the chewing gum wrapper.
Rubowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall.
Okay, we've been here, we've done this. We back off.
Careful, the wind blows hard from the east.
And we step back.
The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step back.
Who is this man?
Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk over here. But that's just a lazy assumption. What do you think?
Well, if you're gonna say the lazy assumption, might as well say the opposite. I think labeling him as an alcoholic is a bit premature. We don't know anything yet.
We do know that he was married.
The lieutenant points at the ring on the man's left hand, the flesh around it, swollen and grey.
But you're right. Let's not run ahead. For now, all we know is that he's an unidentified middle-aged man found dead on the Martinez boardwalk.
And what do you think happened here?
Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive.
Could it be related to the lynching?
No, I don't see anything that points in that direction. For now, let's treat this case as a simple, albeit sad, accident, unrelated to the murder case.
Agreed. If this somehow converges later, why not? But keep it simple for now.
I'm gonna run through these quickly.
Oh yes. Some symptoms of acute alcohol poisoning could have definitely played a role here. Severe confusion,
Oh no.
respiratory depression, unpredictable behavior.
Oh no, this could be us.
But I think that death arrived through head trauma, not liver failure.
Kebab.
What about it?
Sometimes a kebab is just a kebab.
Someone should be held responsible for this broken boardwalk. It's dangerous.
They'll seal this place off after the news reaches the coalition officials. Not that sealing it off would keep anyone away. It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure, although there's still a question of identifying the body.
What should we do with him?
From where I stand, I can see two options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues to handle.
Hold on. What about field autopsy?
A field autopsy isn't necessary if the cause of death doesn't appear to be criminal, and this looks like a simple accident to me. I'd say we should just write down head trauma in the autopsy report and leave it at that. It would save us at least 2 hours of unnecessary work.
But what if there's something criminal about this? Yes, but isn't that kind of sloppy?
Maybe, but we don't really have much time or resources to spare. The guys at processing will take care of the rest.
We could return later? Oh man. I still need some time to decide how I want to solve this case.
No need to rush.
We'll come back. Oh, we have something in our... What's this? Folded library card. A library card found from the pocket of a dead man on the Martinez boardwalk. It's still lightly damp. Slightly damp to the touch. The cover bears the stamp of Jamrock Public Library.
The library card is folded into two and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, Central Jamrock Public Library Card, issued to Billy Mejean, expires July 53.
Okay.
Billy is a unisex name. Could be the deceased, or his family member.
Look inside.
Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller. Stand a little less between me and the sun. The last one in the list is The Glinton Curve by M. Theobald. A library stamp indicates that the book has been returned. Most of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi genre. Some thrillers too.
Oh, our people. Look at the backside.
If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55 E211 or visit us at Moreau Street, 78, Jamrock. Business hours, 900 to 1800.
Well, we do need to get back to Alice to ask about the armor number, so we might as well see if she can call the library for us.
We should first decide what to do with the body.
Moonshine, probably. Smells like tasty fermentation. Someone must have worked hard to smash the plastic dome.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone, unless you're out of change.
Pick up the handset. Shit, I should have saved.
You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable.
Put 10 cents in and dial a random number.
Calling. Still calling. This feels wrong. Should you be doing this? End of tone. Someone picks up.
Pierre? Is that you, Pierre?
I might be. What's Pierre like?
So nice of you to find the time to call me. It gets so lonely. Even the animals have died.
What kind of pets did you have?
Are you sure you're Pierre? Your voice, it's different. There. Chrysanthemum.
Her voice is drowned in white noise. Sounds like waves washing a beach, growing in volume until the call suddenly disconnects. You get a sinking feeling. It makes you look if Lieutenant Kitsuragi overheard you. To your relief, he did not.
Strange. So, this is the other payphone in this area. Oh, wait, is this another one? A dead payphone. A smashed receiver, like someone hung up too hard. Oh, we circled back. That's good. Money. Oh, okay. I'll see if there's something over this way. A church. And the music to the east. 1400, 230. We still have some time. These rusty gears used to turn the whole machine. The chain trails off into the ocean, to who knows where. This barrel has recently been discarded. It still smells of fuel oil. What's this? White polo shirt, +1 rhetoric, -1 empathy. Cigarette butts cleaned away under a rock. Brand to Mutiri. Someone's made a campfire here a long time ago. What's this? A rusted, broken control box for the radio relay tower. A necktie. Scented scarf. -2 physical instruments, +1 shivers. Tiny inlets there, off in the far distance, where the posts trail toward. This ladder is too rusty to climb. The sea air has eaten away at it. This relay tower coordinates boat traffic in the bay. Barely. You take a mental note. To Motiri. Seems important somehow. Into the mystery building. The building before you housed the engine. Must have been a big one.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
What is this thing, anyway?
It's military. A service depot of some sort.
Used to service what?
The washerwoman mentioned a depot up the coast. She said it was for moving ammo and cargo across the bay. This might be it.
Oh, I'm guessing this is the exit from Martinez late game. Still, might as well try. Am I right?
An old door, worn by elements,
Nope.
guards the depot. The wind.
Shall we change our necktie? Inland Empire. Necktie is adorned with a garish pattern. It's disturbingly vivid. Somehow you feel as if it would be wrong to ever take it off. I'm sorry, friend. It's for the shivers. This light springtime scarf smells like men's cologne mixed with cheap laundry detergent. Someone must have left it behind, probably from a date. Wear it if you want to delude yourself that spring has arrived. Spring has arrived. -2 in this allergies. Physical instrument. Vivid imagination. Okay, fine. We'll leave the church for last. In the meanwhile, we're gonna get on with the music. The sign reads Saint-Brun, 1147. Dusty pews in the shadows. Many seem to be missing. An altar shrouded in darkness, or something like that. It's too dark to tell. It must have taken a lot of patience to do this. Balancing stones. Painted with pastels, someone is trying to bring cheer into the world. Oh, no, we better save. Damn, it's cold outside.
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach, she looks up.
Oh, hello there.
Dear child, it's freezing. Where's your hat?
Huh?
Maybe she didn't hear you. A little louder.
I said you should have a hat on.
So should you.
I do have a hat on. I should and do.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Well, it's nice. You should wear one too, if you plan on staying outside in this weather.
Yeah, well... Look man, fuck the hat.
Regain authority, 3%. red check.
I'm sorry I said fuck the hat. I was concentrating on something else. My whole family swears and it rubbed off on me.
I know how that feels. What's your name?
Acele.
Her hair is dyed blonde, with dark roots showing. There's a coarseness to her features, some masculinity below that timidness.
Acele who? I'm not a young suitor. This is official, no, saying that makes it weird. And your surname?
Why?
I'm from the police. It's for the paperwork.
Okay, it's Burger.
A very common name.
What's that device you have there?
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still.
And the wires.
Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
What's a contact microphone?
A contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is a boxer called Contact Mike.
Stupid. What am I supposed to do with this? Yeah? Oh, I'm speaking to Encyclopedia. Any news on my wife's name? How about my mother?
No, you're welcome.
How does that thing work?
The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound, if you like technobabble.
Where'd you get the mic from?
Same place I got the recorder from, the Elysium.
What's the Elysium?
Oh man, you haven't been to the Elysium? It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole. It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck.
Sounds interesting. Who is this Arno guy?
Oh yeah, guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Or really be a Elysium going kind of person.
I get down.
I don't know what that means.
I grind.
I don't know what that means either.
Oh, it means I'm hip beyond my years.
That's cool.
You're right. Time has deserted me.
Sucks, man. Was there something else? About the contact mic, perhaps?
Actually, I had some non-mic questions for you.
Okay.
What are you doing out here in the cold?
Recording, I guess.
And what is it you're recording exactly?
I think I'm recording cracks in the ice. But there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound.
Wait, what happened to the headphones?
My boyfriend sold them.
What for?
I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
A lie. They were probably pawned off for something suspicious.
And what are these recordings for? The cracks, the footsteps. Probably for sampling, if I had to take a guess.
The musicians in the Elysium used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain. Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway. I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
The sharp drop in endorphins is almost visible, like a warm blanket has fallen off her shoulders. The wave of chill, the quivering jaw, indications of a drug high.
Take this, you're cold.
The lieutenant begins to take off his jacket. Kim, what's gotten into you?
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
It's okay.
The hat. I wish I was wearing the bum hat. Give her your hat. Here, you need this more than I do.
Thanks.
God, I knew it. I fucking knew it. It's okay. I don't need the encyclopedia. I could use the bum hat. I could use the bum hat. You said it was supposed to be a music place. What is?
That? The boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or something. Stupid. It's really not gonna be a Palaceum, that's for sure.
I totally understand what you mean.
And who are these boys?
The boys.
Yeah. Andre and the guys, they're inside, in the tent.
And why is that?
Why are you freezing out here while the boys are inside?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. No room.
Stuff like what?
Music stuff mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger. And there's piles of it.
You mean like... Man, why not just leave some of it outside so you don't have to freeze?
That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us, really. Doesn't matter. I can take the cold.
Well, okay then.
Go ahead.
Empathy? Tell me more about this music place you've been planning in the church.
It's supposed to become like a club for anodic dance music, like that new style of synthesizer stuff they play at the Palaceum. Except that, yeah.
She looks at the old wooden church up on the poles. As a mean wind comes bellowing in, the 6-story structure lets out a doleful shriek.
The floorboards are twisting, and the shooting beams are slowly cracking, like bones. Far east of the Golden Delta, beyond the industrial port, there is a black patch of unlit coast with the smallest creatures on the ice. There will never be a club for anodic music here.
Oh my god, shivers.
Not in a million years.
So you want to turn the church into a club?
I know. It's not my idea. Andre and the boys found the place. It was supposed to be deserted, but now they can't even take it. Hey, don't get me wrong, but you're cops, right?
Yes. Why do you ask?
Okay, well, maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys, because there are some strange things going on in that church. If you're police, you should look into it, right?
No, I'll talk to them.
They're inside that thing there. Would be cool if you did. Was there something else?
Yeah, what's anodic dance music?
You know, anodic, cathodic, music that's made with electronic instruments.
Electronic instruments.
Synthesizers and tape consoles. Microcomputers too. Anything that uses electricity, but isn't guitars. Also found sounds, stuff like that.
Oh, we love found sounds.
This is an evolutionary step up from amplified instruments, which in turn are a step up from acoustic instruments. What comes after it, you wonder? A black-tinted nothingness or something finer?
Oh, absolutely something finer.
Go ahead.
Gave her a hat, one icosahedral red dye. That's it for now.
Okay, bye.
Fuck it. I'm gonna punch up my goddamn empathy. I have empathy. -1 empathy? Come on. There's something gotta make me more empathic here. Something. Anything. Empathic. I wanna be empathic. Please. Oh, please. Let me put you on just for good measure. And we'll save.
Hello again.
20%? This is a white check. Well, okay. The tape recorder lies on the ice like a discarded toy. Pick it up. 20. Okay. Wave have mercy.
The device is cold to the touch. An angular Omicron logo adorns the yellow plastic cover. Underneath you see a reel of tape rolling. You put the device back on the ice.
Well, I guess that's it. Let us don our hat. Reaction speed? Or shall we go with the foul +2 logic? Reaction speed. No, I'm guessing we won't need that. Right. Oh god, we look awful. God. Esprit de corps. Visual calc. Phys calc. Esprit de corps. Phys calc. And glasses. -1 phys calc. +1 empathy. Inland Empire. Phys calc. Empathy. Go phys calc again. Alright. Before we go into the church, we're gonna explore some of this, this tent. Oh, they're inside the tent? More tribalistic markings. This post is covered in little humanoids. I thought they were inside the church. A pole screwed into the ice keeps the tent erect. Trash from some unending party. Aw yeah, shortcut unlocked.
A pane of eternite has been planted into the snow, barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
Awesome. Oh, I want to help out that girl. What was her name again? What was your name again? Oh, Acele, right. Okay, well, this is the final patch. And, nothing else left besides the church and the tent. So, maybe we'll go into the tent? Well, we'll do that in the next episode. But for now, I guess we're good. Last thing, check our journal. Sing karaoke. I can do this. Who made the call reporting the crime? Search for the caller. Buy phone pants. Run the number on victim's armor. Tattoos. Whirling secret passages. Hangman's boots. Get the boots off the victim's feet. Okay, well with that, I'll see you in the next episode.